threw out a question on Facebook today about what the theme of my vlog should be. What it was, should it be about your honesty to yourself? Should it be about my new rats? Should it be about why play is crucial to adults? And basically, the consensus was you should talk about all three of those. So I guess here it goes. Honesty to yourself and my rats. Well, that's kind of an interesting one. I mean, I guess in the work sense, since, CrynWorthy.com is about purposeful self growth, I was telling someone today, as a matter of fact, that let's say you really convince yourself you want a job that in reality you don't, but you go in there and you kill the interview and you basically just you fool yourself and you fool the people interviewing you that you want the job, and you do get the job. But in the end, you're miserable. You're absolutely miserable, and well, we all know how that probably goes. You're not going to perform properly. So that is the outcome is going to be really bad. Let's say that you're getting really good money, maybe the best money you've ever made, for example. But the end point is not going to be it's not going to be a good end point or outcome. And that's a piece of being dishonest to yourself in the professional arena. And of course, we know what it looks like, privately, let's say romantic relationships, that we want to be the relationship to work because of ideals that we have, and then it blows up in our face too. But I guess honesty in my rats, I don't know. I tried to hold off. I guess actually I tried to kind of lie to myself because I now have three new pet rats for my buddy who lost his pal. Hardy lost Laurel, and Hardy was extremely depressed, so I had to get him a rat. I was going to get him two, okay? So I go to the pet store. There's two alone, or two together, and they're fancy rats, and one of them bit me, and so that was a no-go. So I go to this other aquarium, and there's three rats, and they've been living together for 4 months, and I asked, okay, I mean, who's bonded the most of these two pairs? And they said, well, he seems to be alone a lot. And I said, okay, I guess I'll take these two that are together more. But I left and I thought, oh my God, I'm destroying a family. I'm like such a jerk. So I tried to pretend that, I wasn't doing anything wrong. And I had such remorse that as soon as I got the two buddies home, and they love Hardy, they're all very happy, that I had to go back and get that rat. So the next day I got him. So I named the two original rats for Hardy, Frankie and Pepe. Frankie's actually named after Frank Lloyd Wright because he has a geometric shape on his head, and Pepe's just sort of cute and funny. And then the other one is Trace because he's the third wheel. So that's sort of, I guess, being honest with myself and saying you can't lie to yourself about the need to just reunite this little rat family. So they're all very happy, and right now they're sleeping, so I shouldn't be so loud. The final thing is about the importance of play as an adult, and I think especially in U.S. society, this is not even talked about really. And I think really when play comes up, it's essentially about going to bars and getting completely faced. So that's not really play. In play is such a fun open word, and actually somebody on Facebook made a cute comment about asking me, admitting that I like to play with my rats. So that is true, actually. I really do. It's enjoyable. And these new three buddies, they're young. I'm going to work on teaching them tricks. But I actually have a particular relationship with someone that, it's very playful, and it's one of those things where I want to go swing and I want to go do cartwheels and run around in the grass barefoot. And I think that if you allow yourself that, we don't play. But of course, I think a lot. I do recognize though people with children probably do that more. But I think if you're single and you don't have that outlet, you're less inclined to do it, if that makes any sense. So perhaps some of the parents can shout out to those of us who, if we're even aunts and uncles, but maybe we're not around our, family as much because we might live elsewhere, that maybe you could give us some tips as to, you know, playfulness. But I mean, I think it's just an element of adult life that needs to be considered, and you can think about it in your own way, which I have myself, and I think having the rats is one way of doing it. And then I'm also going to be inviting a corgi into my life, but there's been some really significant changes. Some of them were not anticipated, but it's not a bad thing. So I don't know at this point when I'm going to be getting a corgi, but that's also going to be an aspect of play. So that's all I have to say today, and I'm signing off.